It is the evening before we're leaving on our adventure. Kate and I are about to head home from work to pack, but first we need to go into town and pick up a couple last-minute essentials.
Ever since moving to Alaska, I've enjoyed reading about the state, its history, its people, and amazingly, our little local bookstore has a section not only of all things Alaska, but books by Alaskan authors. I've found really great books here, and I've learned so much that I didn't know. I'll make a list of books that I've really enjoyed and post them in the description below. Since we're going to a cabin, we decided to get a little fancy and grab some cheese and crackers from Lucy's Market, one of the best shops in Soldotna. We then ran over to Sportsman's to grab some dehydrated breakfast packs. And then across the street to Wilderness Way for microspikes. Finally, we made our way over to Save You More, which we think has the best snacks of any grocery store in the area.
So we got back from running our errands, we stopped inside, got a little dinner, now we're out in the garage to start packing. This trip is a little bit different for us. We've done quite a few camping and single overnight cabin stays over the winter. This is the first time we're going for 4 days and 3 nights. It's quite a bit more gear, more water, more food and supplies. So we need to grab our backpacking packs, all our gear, but we need to keep things light and keep things consolidated and concise because it's going to be on our backs this time. So we got all our stuff laid out on the tarp. Hooray! We just have a couple more items to grab from in the house, including food and our clothes.
And some electronics that are charging.
We are gonna call it a night and go in and get some sleep. We have a pretty killer hike happening tomorrow. So we're gonna rest up. See you there.
Well, I think we're in a pack. Probably overpacked, to be honest, but...
We are probably overpacked. So, a trick for backpacking is the more people you have, the more you can spread the gear out, because you can share things like stoves and... Well, that's probably about it. But I say that to mention, we are not doing this trip alone. We are going to go meet up with our friends Caitlin and Anna, and they're bringing their doggo Mott's. So we are going to go hit the road, meet up with them, probably reorganize and repack all our gear.
So these cabin trips, you have to bring a lot. There's a list of supplies that they recommend you bring, and all of those items take a lot of room.
We may need to consolidate. You see a lot of loose items in this area that we hope are going to magic their way in or onto our packs, but we'll see when we meet up, and we'll figure out what all we're going to take. Yep. All right, we're going to hit the road. We will see you at the trailhead for the Lost Lake Trail.
The Lost Lake Trailhead is located about 5 miles outside of Seward, Alaska, and is popular year-round for hiking, biking, and snow machining. There are separate summer and winter trails. We'll be taking the shorter but steeper winter trail to get to the cabin. But first... Yeah, when you're old, you need to do a little warm-up before you hike up a mountain.
Listen to those knees crack.
Yeah. Got the crunch happening.
Okay, ready?
Ready. Good.
Yeah, Kate.
Nice.
There's 5 gallons of fuel.
Yeah, that's easily the heaviest pack.
And a puzzle?
Plus a puzzle.
And a puzzle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Very good. We're so tall.
We're very intimidating.
Ooh, you're doing...
I know there's a thing on the bottom. So, so I can't do the... But...
Ooh, nice. I like the asymmetry. Just the skis on the one
Yeah,
side.
it's good for having to work your core.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
on one side.
I think we were thinking it was going to be pretty light on the core.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, I really need a full body workout. So.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Let's see if you can get this sucker on. Halfway there.
Yeah.
Trying not to tip it.
Taking my knees out of them.
Oh my goodness. That backpack is like twice your height.
Yep.
Amazing.
I have a notion. I can kind of feel the weight.
Oh.
No way I'm getting
Do you need some help?
Here we go.
Ooh, right at 50.
Oh, freaking A. Excuse me. How did we get there? Excuse me.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, just over 50. Looks like 53 probably.
Here we go.
And this is where it's gonna be embarrassing. Because mine's gonna be the lightest. Well, I'll take the extra water. Alright, ready? Yeah, 47 maybe.
I need somebody's help, don't I? I have to. Dude, no. Okay.
Oh!
Caitlin, no.
65? I don't think so. We're gonna have to take some
No.
things off.
Gosh, this is so much.
All right. Well,
I'm get rid of.
Caitlin, give me some of your water. They're leaving without us. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Good job. Are we there yet? So we've gotten started on the trail and it is starting to climb. So far it's not too bad, but I mentioned before, yeah, how steep it's gonna be. We have 1,750 feet to climb, which may not sound like very much. The winter trail is only 2.5 miles. So we're gonna make that climb pretty quickly, but we should be rewarded with some pretty spectacular views of the town of Seward. And if we're lucky and the clouds stay away, Resurrection Bay. Hopefully it'll be worth the climb. Good job.
Clear it out.
I'm gonna say 0.42.
0.49, so almost half a mile.
All right.
Hey.
Only 2 miles to go. We're killing it.
Killing it.
I just got clocked in the head by a lot of snow from a tree from a branch pretty high up. That kind of hurt. That scared me. And it's cold down my neck. I can't tell it on camera, but yeah, it's getting steep. Made it. All right.
Nice.
Get it back.
Made it. Under the tree. Uh-huh. Good. Whoa, steady. Got another low branch here. It's okay.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm not got.
Just couldn't breathe. To hold my breath there.
I wasn't even aware that that branch was
That's
there.
how you do it right there.
Hi.
All right. Well, if it wasn't steep before, it is now. So you may be wondering how we're gonna stay warm. Well, we're obviously not bringing 4 days and 3 nights of firewood with us, because that would be ridiculous. So luckily, like most public use cabins in Alaska, especially ones that are at or above tree line, the stove that heats the cabin runs on kerosene. Problem is like most fuel, it does weigh a bit. In the winter, we're banking on using 2 gallons a day. So our friend Caitlin has all of the fuel, which is why hers is by far the heaviest. We've done our best to spread the rest of her load across the other packs, which is why I have 2 pairs of skis with me. That's a thing to know if you ever want to come use the Dale Clemens cabin in the winter. Obviously that's personal preference and temperature dependent. We should be about halfway now. This is a steep slope. You can see Anna way down there behind me. About halfway up this section. Whew. It's rough. Good view?
Pretty sweet view.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Wow. So sunset is in about 10 minutes. So I think we are going to see some colors pop off that mountain here very soon. Should be beautiful. As we made our final approach to the cabin, the trees cleared and we got our first views over Seward and Resurrection Bay. And the views did not disappoint. Well, all right guys, big reveal. There's the cabin. Looks pretty sweet. I know it's hard to see. It's tucked into those trees back there, but man, pretty amazing views. 360. Can't wait to see it in the morning. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of the way there. Made it.
Yep. Now we just need to get some lights and the heat.
Get some lights and
Some warmth. You'll have to, you have to set your pack down and get those skis off. Yes.
First day here at the cabin, we are going to go try and find some water. There isn't a close water source at the cabin, and we've brought up as much as we can carry, but now we need to go find a lake or a pond and filter some water so we have water for the rest of the week ever. So we've got our cross-country skis on. We're going to go have ourselves a little adventure. It's a beautiful day, bluebird skies, sunny, not really that cold, so should be a good day. We'll see you out there.
Look at Matt's cooling off.
Hatchet, we don't condone this. Wear protective eyewear.
Where are the doggles when you need them? It is very slushy. We may not get down, but maybe we will. You know, a little bit. Oh, baby.
Oh my goodness. Dan, can you let her drink a little first?
Yeah. There you go. Oh my god. Dude, it looks so clear and nice.
It does.
Oh my god, I want to.
After filling our water, we stashed our bags, going light and fast as we pushed further into the snowy backcountry. While our cabin overlooked Resurrection Bay, there were even more spectacular views of the Kenai Mountains to find. So we set out to explore. The landscape here is vast and dwarfed us in comparison. Seeing 360 degrees of uninterrupted mountain views reminded us of when we first moved to Alaska. The feeling of being overwhelmed by the landscape and humbled by its scale. Witnessing these snow-capped peaks is one of the reasons we moved here, and why we're still in love with Alaska. We honestly couldn't believe the weather we were having. It was a beautiful and warm day, and while the wind picked up a bit on the ridge, the temptation to keep exploring was nagging at us. But we knew we needed to drink more water and get back to the cabin safely before nightfall.
No, I'm good with heading back from here.
Yeah.
I think that going back down that windswept slope is going to be a bit of a test, so let's give ourselves some time to do that.
Ew.
Neither do I. Like butter.
Like butter. Except for the icy patches.
Huh?
Except for the icy patches.
Yeah. And the bits where I fell.
Right there?
Which is fine. Kind of like that when we were porch. But that was
Fun.
amazing. Some of the best views we've ever had, I think.
Yeah. Definitely up there.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Nailed it!
Nailed it.
Throw.
Yeah! Woo!
Ones and fives. Pre-made on. Okay, welcome to day 3 at the cabin. Looking a lot like day 2 at the cabin. We slept in a bit this morning, finished up the puzzle we were working on, and now we are heading back out to the lake to get some more water. So we'll see you out there.
I know you hit the soft stuff. Nearly. Nearly had it. Almost.
Once again, we filled up our water containers from the cold alpine pond. Caitlin and Anna decided to press on and do more exploring. Kate and I decided we wanted some quiet time in the cabin to read and relax.
Read it.
And while we have the place to ourselves, let me give you a little tour of the Dale Clemens cabin. The Clemens cabin is a traditional rustic wood structure. It has a loft that can easily sleep 4 to 6 people and bunks for more down below. It has a table and benches to sit at and a nice bar to cook at. Most impressive is that the land slopes away from the cabin, which makes the porch feel like it's perched in the trees, overlooking the bay. As I mentioned before, it has a kerosene stove, which you fill up outside. This is a popular cabin and can be difficult to reserve. The Lost Lake Trail is also very popular, and we had a few groups of snow machines running around the cabin while we were there. So it doesn't necessarily feel remote, but it's still an amazing experience. We were up early on our last morning in the cabin. We packed, ate, and were out the door, as Kate and I had plans for a very cool and very new experience lined up for the afternoon. We said goodbye to our friends, who understandably wanted to stay a bit longer and squeeze every minute they could out of this amazing cabin stay. We made our way back down the steep slopes and through the forest, once again blessed with clear and sunny weather.
Nice. So what does our clock, what does our watch say?
1 hour and 8 minutes.
Nice.
It had taken us 2.5 hours to climb up to the cabin. We easily knocked an hour off of that time on the way down.
Well, you guys, that's it. We made it back to the parking lot safe and sound, and we got all packed up. So thank you for joining us on our adventure to the Dale Clemens cabin. We are going to head into Seward and get some coffee, and then we are going to book it home because Caitlin has a very interesting appointment this afternoon, and we will give you more information about that coming up.